Hi everyone, today is a very, very special reading. This is timeless despite what I'm going to tell you in just a second, but I feel like these messages are extremely, extremely important because even though it's timeless, there has been the total solar eclipse in Sagittarius on the 4th of December, which is when I'm currently filming this, but if you're watching this in the future, panic not, this information is actually really, really important, and it wraps up an 18-month karmic cycle, which is to do with learning, information, experiencing all of the things that you have been through as well. Perhaps if you have been through difficulties, struggles, any kind of grief, trauma, loss, for example. And it basically occurs at the south node, so it feels a lot more like an ending than like a fresh start. All of this is really important for what I'm going to tell you with the tarot. All right, so let's have a look. Okay, but before I get started, just wanted to mention as well that if you would like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box below since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information is also down below as well. They are done with me within 12 to 24 hours. And the last thing I wanted to mention is that all of the intention manifesting items, which thousands of people have seen results with, which are handmade by me, they're meditated with and sage, they're available on my website, which is shopmoonlightguidance.com. There are items like bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards which you can put under your pillow, your wallet or your purse. There's crystals, sage, and the candles have also been restocked because they sold out. Everything is on there. You can check out all the links down below as well, and the review section is at the bottom of my website. So, ta-da! Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by doing the spread. And, whoa, okay. Let's see. Alright, let's start with this much for now. I mean, I really believe that if you're here seeing this reading, it is meant for you, and that you're supposed to be watching, tuning in. This is for every single star sign, okay? So regardless of what your star sign is, your sun sign is, your moon sign is, your gender, your race, I really believe that these messages are for you. Okay, so the Six of Swords is really quite significant because this is a period of, well, this entire total solar eclipse has been happening over the period of 18 months. Now that's a pretty long time, right? That's well over a year. Essentially what's happening is that you are starting to feel and find the courage and the strength to move forward from difficulties. So if you have been feeling so stuck, especially over the last year, or many months before, or even just recently, you're going to be able to find a lot more ease in progressing forward, in moving forward, and finding your feet and finding your stability to the point where you can emotionally take yourself to a better place and you can actually move, right? So even though in this card you see baggage, you see trauma, you see sadness, the person is still getting somewhere. And I think that that is one of the most important messages here, is keep trying to do what you can, stick to the path of healing, continue to take care of yourself regardless of how other people have treated you. Remember, it's so important how you treat yourself. This is absolutely super, super keen. This is super important. This is super key. I was going to say key and then I ended up saying keen. I don't know what happened there, okay? But that's what we have there. Queen of Cups. See, this is about your emotional resilience. This is about your emotional strength. Continue to put yourself first. Continue to take care of yourself. And also, right, if you have felt invalidated by someone, whether it was romantically, friendship-wise, work-related, family member, stranger, if you felt emotionally invalidated, like your feelings did not matter, or that you are too sensitive, or that you feel too much, or you think too much, and they literally told you that or made you feel that way, just know that that actually reflects upon them and that they are projecting, okay? They're projecting things that happened within themselves onto you, and that's not your responsibility, okay? If someone has projected themselves on you, that's something they need to heal from. But what you need to heal from is how you also are treating yourself and how you're dealing with the things that you've been through, which are difficult. And you know what? The reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of people do find it very hard to heal and they don't know how to do it. And the thing is, healing is a process, right? But it's also about acceptance. Once you can accept that, you know what, this thing wasn't good for me, or this thing is really painful right now, so I better shift my focus to myself, that's actually acceptance, which allows you to heal. Healing literally is acceptance and being able to let things go. and flow with the time and flow and continue to shift your energy and focus towards what's happening in the present rather than the past and the future, which is very, very important as well. And you know what happens when you start to do all of that? Things start to work out for you. Oh my god, I'm literally losing my voice. All right. So that's what we see with the Strength card, okay? The more you stick to this path of retreating and putting yourself first and really, really doing the most for yourself, which is exactly what this total solar eclipse is helping with, the more you are going to find that strength and courage to rise like the phoenix. Yes, rise like the phoenix. Don't forget to like this video, all right? To you know, I guess, you know, if you find that this already resonates, like this video, you know, let me know in the comment section below, because I love to read the comment section, and I know that some of you find it, you know, of course, very personal to write certain things, but you know, if you ever wanted to, it's there, you know. I also believe as well that with the Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups, that many of you are going to experience strong, deep, true love, and a lot of this comes from healing from situations that a lot of you, it was never your fault, right? It was never your fault that things happen this way. It wasn't your fault. And you might think to yourself, but this is not what I deserve. But I definitely feel like you owe it to yourself to heal, because that ultimately is so important. Remember that, oh, there's such an amazing analogy that I have to share with you. And that is to do, because I saw the tree there and I was like, oh, this makes sense. It's to do with the bird and the branch. When people get into relationships, or when things happen, right? Remember this. When a bird lands on a branch, it doesn't worry about whether the branch is going to snap, okay? Because you would think, oh my gosh, that branch snapping would be the worst thing that could happen to the bird. It's not. The bird trusts its ability to fly. That is the most important part of it. The bird trusts its ability to fly. It is not worried about that branch snapping, even though we're probably thinking, oh my god, if the branch snapped, oh no. And that's the thing, right, is that when we go through difficulties and very, let's say, traumatic events in life, I know that it's a little bit of it's a difficult thing to kind of like explain, but basically, we have to trust our ability to heal and to move forward and know that this is part of the process of life and that we can do it, right? Regardless of how other people treat us, that's the branch snapping, we would think that that's the worst thing. And some of you may feel like that is the worst thing, like that person treating me like this, that is the branch snapping, it's the worst thing. Shift your focus to realizing that you have wings, right? You can fly away from that particular situation onto a better branch. That is one of the most important things you need to know from this reading, is trust your ability to heal, trust your ability to have that strength and courage to move towards places that serve you, that gives you strength, that gives you happiness, that gives you fulfillment. Trust your ability. Like the bird trusts its wings, right? Trusts itself that it can fly. But it's always going to land on branches, right? That's what a bird does. Just like this, we come across people, we live life, we do things, we're going to come across moments that are not appealing, that are not great. We're going to come across people sometimes that are not fun to be around, that drain us. But we have to trust our ability to be able to distance ourselves away from them, to trust ourselves, to progress towards things that are better for our soul and for our energy, right? We have to do that for ourselves. We owe it to ourselves, okay? So that bird and the branch analogy is one that I think is just extremely, extremely powerful. Let's keep going here. But I see many of you finding genuine, like, true love and happiness and joy and fulfillment, and a lot of it comes actually when you start to turn the tables, right? So what happens actually is the Four of Cups, right? If you're like waiting for something to happen here because you feel like, you know, they owe it to me, well, actually what you owe to yourself is to be this person instead of the one. Wait, hold on a second. If for example, right, you want someone to come towards you, then you're this cup, right? You're trying to come in. This person's just minding their own business. What you want to do is reverse the roles, where you become this person, and then opportunities start coming to you. So the minute you reverse the roles and you continue to focus on yourself and put yourself first and heal and really do everything we spoke about, you become the one in power. You become the one with the courage and the strength. And then what you actually want starts coming towards you. What you want doesn't always come to you when you are always like trying so hard, you're like really needing. There's so much power in detachment, which I speak about so much. And that really helps actually to attract everything you want to come towards you. And I see many of you having beautiful, long-term, genuine, happy, healthy relationships. There's so much power in accepting that some things are over. There's so much power. And I see this also with, I'm going to give you a little bit of an example, okay, is that especially with like exes and things like that, I'm not trying to say that like that's what's going to happen for those of you that don't want your ex, okay, just keep that in mind. I'm just going to give you another really good example. People don't come to us when we're pining over them and crying over them. They come to us when they realize that we're stronger, that we're living our best lives and we're doing what is best for us. This solar eclipse, you know, is really helping. This total solar eclipse is helping in the sense that actually it's bringing you to a place where you can do all of these things now for yourself in terms of healing, strength and courage. And that is allowing people to recognize and realize like, oh my God, you are so much stronger. Oh my gosh, you've got so much more going for yourself. I want to come back around to you. I have something to say now, because they can sense your strength, not your fear. And I think that's really, really important here as well. Okay, so that's another thing I wanted to mention. There we go. Okay, so there's so much power in accepting that, you know what, this particular thing, it's not working for me. I need to look after myself. And then boom, who comes back around? People from the past can appear, okay? They can appear. Now, if you don't want a person from your past, you simply distance yourself away from them. Remember, you trust your own ability to be able to do that. Those can also be friends and family members, people that suddenly want to work on their connections with you. They suddenly find value in you. I'm literally losing my voice as I'm doing this. Okay, 1 second. Let me just take a sip of my water for a second. Whilst I'm doing this, if you want to comment in the comment section below any of the bird emojis, that would be amazing. You know, let's be that bird. You trust your own wings and not the branch. I'd love to see some bird emojis in the comment section below. Did you hear that? My parrot just whistled at the exact same time. Oh my gosh, you should rewind that. It just whistled. Yeah. Oh. All right, so we've got the Ace of Wands. Okay. Yep. See, this is about completing that cycle. So the Ten of Wands are the burdens and the stresses. And then this is the opening, the like being able to reopen the cycle towards feeling fresh and rejuvenated within yourself, knowing yourself, putting yourself first. This is such a great opportunity to work on yourself and put yourself first and to trust yourself. And even with the Four of Pentacles, right, these are the things that you hold on to, but some of these things may not be serving you. So it's about putting your ideas and even doing things that make you feel good, like work opportunities, being around people that actually do give you the time of day and surrounding yourself by people that actually do care about you. It may not always feel great because you may have hopes that, you know, you'd rather be around other people or other things, but actually in the present, this is what really is best for you. So I think that's the other thing, is remember what the universe works with gratitude, and the more we are appreciative of the things we currently have, the more we get in the future in terms of what we actually want. So it's really important here. And this total solar eclipse is allowing you to see your own power. You will have victory, but you also have to find that victory within yourself in really difficult moments. You know, it's good to feel happy when things are going right, but it's very, very hard to lift ourselves up when things go wrong. But the universe is like, look, there are things around you and you've got this, because more will come your way, but you've got to find that victory and power also within yourself right now. And also you've got the Page of Pentacles, okay? Opportunities are going to come your way. Fulfillment is going to come your way. Joy is going to come your way. Messages, like did you hear those notifications? Messages will come your way. Fulfillment will come your way. It will come your way. You got to trust your own abilities and put yourself first, okay? The King of Cups is sitting on a bed of rocky water. I mean, who knew it, right? It reminds me of these like TikToks that I come across. I mean, I don't spend hours on TikTok, but you know, I post on TikTok every single day tarot readings, and I know that so many of you follow me on there. But like right now, I feel like there's a trend where people are trying to like walk on water. and there's just videos about that all over my TikTok. I don't know why. Anyone else? Like, there's such a bizarre thing, but it just reminds me of the King of Cups, so I felt like it was just such a random thing to mention. But look, I mean, you know, the King of Cups is about, in a very like spiritual way, feeling on top of things and not feeling like you're drowning. And trust me, like when you start to heal, it's really difficult and it's not easy, but then eventually you will start to align more to that energy and you will start to go in that circle. Right now you're in a circle where things are difficult, and this circle here is the healthy circle. To break out of this takes a lot, because you're actually changing the course, you're changing the route, you're doing something different to your usual pattern. But then once you start to synchronize to this energy, it feels even better, right? And so you got to break out of that cycle. It's turning the tables. And the King of Swords here shows that so many better opportunities are going to come your way. In fact, you're going to really be uplifted with so much power and strength and confidence. Just know that what's coming your way is so much better than what has gone. And I see so many of you finding so much happiness, joy, love, fulfillment, and security coming your way, okay? Look, the wheel is going to turn. Actually, I'll show you my whole background. The wheel is going to turn. It will progress. Things will get so much better. You have to believe that, you know, these cycles and phases also happen with the moon phases. The stars also align in different ways as well, right? The Sphinx carry the chariot forward. Opportunities will come your way. Things will progress, right? So just know that things will change. Things will progress and it will happen. I'm probably going the wrong way. I'm not actually sure. I think, oh yeah, it goes this way, yeah. So it's what we have. So I really hope that this reading, you know, helped you and just gave you a ton of clarity and information and knowledge. But ultimately, I feel one of the most important things here is that trust your own ability. That is the biggest thing I can tell you here. You know, spirit guides are trying to help you. They're trying to uplift you. They're trying to protect you, but you've also got to do part of, and a lot of that actually for yourself as well. So yeah. There we go. Of course, you know, if this resonated with you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on my website. Definitely take care as well, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Oh yes, I have a TikTok and Instagram if anyone wants to follow me there. As I mentioned, I do post short readings on there every day. So feel free to follow me on there, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye everyone.